Good morning, friends. It's Henry with BrainStormAcres. This morning, I'm going to go out to the greenhouse and get the Dutch buckets set up to go. And Irene's busy picking some peas and picking rocks out of the yard. It's a short walk to the greenhouse. It's about 75 or 100 feet. Today's going to be really windy. Well, not as windy as it was earlier this week. Right now the wind's blowing about 10 or 12 miles an hour. That's gentle. It'll be much worse later on this afternoon, so I want to get this done. The greenhouse is awesome, but it's noisy in the high wind. Irene's already been out this morning to open the greenhouse up and to check the seedlings. I was busy doing some other things in the house. Now we're going to do a little work together. We'll see how that goes. Usually we do pretty well together. I filled these rain barrels up earlier this week. We have 150 gallons of water in here now. We have 7 buckets here that we've been running some water through with nutrients. We've let that run for about 24 hours. Now it's time to get these tomatoes washed off and planted in the buckets.
So what are you looking for?
Well, I'm going to get a bucket so I can put some of the perlite from one of those buckets into it. We go ahead and wash the tomato plants off.
Okay.
Normally when we plant tomatoes in these Dutch buckets, they're smaller. But because we've had to hold the plants for an extra amount of time due to the temperature, we've kind of let them grow. And they're about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks bigger than we'd prefer. Now last year, we just used a dibble to put a hole in the perlite in this bucket. Get my earplug out of the way here. Kind of annoying hanging down there, just at the edge of my eyesight. Nice being tall. You know, these would have been a lot easier to plant up 3 weeks ago. You ready? Well, that's it for this part of bringing up the Dutch buckets. Irene helped. She's got a greater reach than I do, so it's helpful.
Well, and so this is one of those things where it's nice to have two hands. If something goes wrong, you got somebody else that can maybe do something. So.
Yeah, so for those of you who haven't been following along with us, we've had 3 weeks where a lot of things were put off because the weather forecast was for cold temperatures, and unfortunately it was only supposed to be, wow, that's really breezy.
Yeah.
When we came out, it's 10 to 15 miles an hour, steady breeze, and now we're kicking up probably 25 miles an hour, so
right.
It's a bit windy. In any case, we put off putting some of these plants out, all of them going out in the garden, because we had 2 nights that were forecast to be freezing temperatures. Unfortunately, they were 1 week apart, which meant we were going to be holding plants for 2 weeks. It turned out that it was longer than that. Good thing we didn't plant them out because things would have died.
Yeah.
So we got another 3 weeks growth on these at the time seedlings.
Yep.
But we'll see how they go. Well, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked what we did. And don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, because we're always doing something crazy on our homestead.
Yeah, especially this spring.
Boy, that's an understatement. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
This variety is called Ravello. It has trusses of tomatoes, and there's 6. There'll be a total of 8 on this when it's done blooming. But they produce trusses of mini San Marzanos is what they are. The type is. So.